Good morning friends. In previous lecture we have seen Rayleigh's method. Okay. Now we will see one more method to solve our dimensional units. Here the theory first. Our topic name is Buckingham's pi theorem. Before this one, before going to the topic, let us know what is this Buckingham's theorem. What we are doing here. Here this method is minimize the difficulties of Rayleigh's theorem. In Rayleigh's theorem, what we have faced difficult. For suppose if you are having three or more variables, like if you will say length, volume, sorry, velocity, viscosity. If three or four, if more than four it is, what we have done, we have prefer most important value, and we have solved our numerical. But here, how we have to means how what were the difficulties we are facing in Rayleigh's method. Here by using Buckingham's method, we will control. Okay, it states that if there are n number of variables depending on independent variables, okay, is the in the physical phenomenon, and if these variables m numbers are fundamental dimensions. Here number of variables means, here see here, like you can say length, velocity, viscosity, like this. Okay, these are nothing but variables. Now we have to see physical phenomenon on these variables of fundamental dimensions. Here fundamental dimensions means what are the fundamental dimensions we are having? Mass, length, and time. These are nothing but fundamental dimensions, and variables are nothing but like you can say number of variables, like length you can say, viscosity you can say, density you can take, bulk modulus you can take. Okay, then the variables may be grouped into Newton meter dimensionless term. Okay, first of all what we will do, we will take that one and we will solve, and we can make as Newton meter. Okay, the dimensionless term is known as here pi. Here what we are making? We are making the overall equation in dimensionless. In dimensionless, and here the term is here pi. Actually, we will say this one as Buckingham's pi theorem. So here it is denoted with the letter of pi. Now let us consider a variable x1 depends upon independent variable, that is x2, x3. Here what we are taking, x1 is main part, remaining part are nothing but functional. That is here x1 is equal to k into x2, x3 and so on xn. Just what I am taking here, main function I am taking as x1. Okay, main variable is x1 and remaining all are functions. Like you can say in before what we have taken, resistance force is part, and that force is one, and it is having some different variables, like you can say viscosity, bulk modulus, time, these are. Okay, now continue. The equation may be written in general form as f of function of x1, x2, x3 and so on xn is equal to c. Here overall equation we are making as function of x1, x2, x3 and so on xn, that is equal to c. Here what is c? C is nothing but constant and f is a function. Overall function means, for suppose if I am taking force, the function of force. Okay, now if there are n variables and m fundamental dimensions, variables are nothing but here x1, x2, x3, and fundamental dimensions means mass, length and time. Then according to Buckingham's pi theorem, f1 of pi 1 into pi 2, pi 3 and so on pi n m, that is constant, pi n minus m. Here pi is nothing but dimensionless and independent of the system. Here main part is here pi. This pi we have to find out, because our what is our topic name? Buckingham's pi theorem. Now steps involved in Buckingham's method. First of all, write the functional relationship in given data. Whatever the relation it is there, write in this form, that is x1 is equal to f of x2, x3 and so on xn. Write the equation in a general form, that is means generally how we will write, function of even x2, x3 and so on xn is equal to 0. Find the number of pi terms. Here how many pi terms are they? See here, pi 1, so okay, pi 2, pi 3, pi n, like this. Okay, if there are n variables and m fundamental dimensions, number of pi terms is equal to n minus m. Here what is n? N is nothing but variables, m is nothing but here fundamentals. Okay, Select m number of repeating variables and write separate equation for each pi term. Means for suppose if you see variables are there, like you can say viscosity is there, force is there, mlt. So like repeating variables if it is there, select those all and write separately. Each pi term containing the repeating variables. Means whatever the how many are there, like this, pi is equal, pi 1 is equal to so and so, pi 2 is equal to so and so, pi 3 is equal to so and so. Like this what we have to make, we have to write all separate equation, so sorry, separate variables in separately. The repeating variables are written in exponential form. It is written in exponential form. Okay, now here see the example here. Pi 1 is equal to x1 to the power of a1, x to the power of b1, x to the power of c1, x4. Pi 2 is equal to x1 to the power of a2, x to the power of b2, x to the power of c2, x5. Like this, pi 3 and so on so on. Pi n minus m, n is nothing but variable, m is nothing but fundamentals, a power n minus 1, b power n minus 1, c power n minus 1 and so on xn. Okay, like this what we here x1, x2, x3 are nothing but here repeating variables. What are the here x1, x2, x3? x1, x2, x3 are repeating variables. Just now I said now. Okay, each pi term solved by the principle of dimensional homogeneity. Put the dimensions of variables in each pi term and find out the values of a, b, c by solving simultaneously equation. Means for suppose here pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is there. Each we have to find separately and each we have to write separately and we have to solve the values of a, b, c. We have to solve the values of a, b, c. Now put the values of a, b, c in pi term. For suppose here pi 1 is there. Put the value in pi 1. See here function how we have to write here. F of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3. In this form we have to write here. Okay, find out separately and write in this equation. This is see here f1 of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 and so on, pi n minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, now procedure for selection of repeating variables. How we have to do it? First of all, write number of repeating variables, how many are there, that is equal to number of fundamental dimensions is equal to m. Means number of repeating variables is equal to n. Okay, and number of fundamental dimensions is equal to m. N value, m value write separately. The repeating variable should not depend upon dependent variable. Means if there is any repeated, it will not be considered as dependent variable. Dependent variables means what? For suppose force is there, force is depending upon time, like that. Okay, it should not be dimensionless. Obviously whatever you are preferring, it should not be dimensionless. No two variables should have the same dimensions. Means for suppose if you see here velocity, accelerations, both are having same dimension, how will you consider this one? That is the point here. The repeating variables together must have the dimensions as mlt. Means whatever repeating the values are there, it should have dimensions mlt. In some cases you may have like this, sir, in some cases marks will be absent. Still it is in mlt because m to the power of 0, l to the power of 0, t to the power of 0. Okay, now the repeating variable should be selected in such a way that one variables contain geometry property as length, diameter, height, width, etc. Means separate all length, diameter, height, width, etc. That is one. Other variable contains like flow property, velocity, acceleration. Third variable like dynamic viscosity, density. Okay, see here in most common problems fluid mechanics, these are the pace: length, velocity, rho. Length, rho is nothing but here density. Length, velocity, here mu is nothing but viscosity. D is nothing but diameter, velocity, mu is nothing but viscosity, diameter, velocity, density. Okay, like this if you see commonly, generally we will see length of the pipe, diameter of the pipe, like this we will consider. Okay, now let us go for numerical today itself. The resisting force are of a supersonic plane according to plane during flight can be considered as depending upon length. There is a force, okay, it is having some length, that is aircraft length, velocity v, viscosity mu, density rho and bulk modulus of air k. Means what we are having, length is there, velocity is there, viscosity is there, density is there and bulk modulus we are having present here. Express the functional relationship between these three variables and is on the resisting force. What we have again, what we have to do, we have to find the variables like pi1, what is the value of pi1, what is the value of pi2, what is the value of pi3, and we have to find out the values of a1, a2, b, a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3, and we have to find the value of resisting force, that is r. For r value, what is the value we have to find out now here. Now step 1, the resisting force r depends upon length, velocity, mu, rho and k. Rho is nothing but density, k is nothing but bulk modulus, mu is nothing but viscosity. Hence r is a function of, means here r is a function of L, V, mu, rho and k. Mathematically it is written as same here. R is equal to F into length, V, velocity, mu, rho, density and bulk modulus. That is, we make it as equation number 1. Or it can be written as F1 of resisting force, means here F1 of resisting force, this one means here how it is there, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6. So how many number of variables are there here? 6. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, or it can be written as F1 of x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6. Here what is x1? R, x2 length, x3 velocity, x4 viscosity, x5 density, x6 bulk modulus, that is equal to 0. Make it as equation number 2. So here total number of variables n is equal to 6. Good. Now number of fundamental dimensions m is equal to 3. How many dimensions we will have? Generally dimensions we will consider as mass, length, mass, length and time. Now m is obtained by writing dimensions of each variables as r. Just what we have to make, as we have seen in our previous lecture, I have shown how to find this force value, velocity value, dimensions and everything. Please go through that one and write their values. Here what is the value of force, that is m l t power minus 2, velocity l into t power minus 1, viscosity m l minus 1 t minus 1, density ml minus 3, bulk modulus ml minus 1 t minus 2. Thus the fundamental dimensions in problems are m, l, t, and hence m is equal to 3. Means here what, how it is depending, only 3 variables are there. In some cases mass is absent, we can write there as m power 0. So here only 3 variables are there for all dimensions, that is mass, length and time. Okay, so what is the value of m now? 3. So here we got number of variables, we got fundamental dimensions, we got both values is present now here. Now number of dimensionless in pi term n is equal to, what is the formula for pi? N minus m. So n minus m, that is equal to 6 minus 3, that is equal to 3. Thus the pi terms say pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 are formed. Hence equation 2 is written as f1 of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. Before we have taken number of variables, now we are taking dimensionless terms. Now step 2, each pi term is equal to m plus 1 variables, where m is equal to 3 are called repeating variables and also called repeating variables. Means each pi term whatever it is there, we have to consider it as m plus 1, that is variable, where m is equal to 3 are also called repeating variables. Okay, out of 6 variables, force, resisting force, length, velocity, mu, rho and k, 3 variables are to be selected as repeating variables. Means what we have to do, out of these 3 we have to select 3. R is not dependent variable and should not be selected as repeating variable, because R is the main function we have to find here. Because R is the main function we have to find, only in this remaining 5 values we have to select. What are those values? Out of 5 remaining variables, one variable should have geometric property, and second should have flow property, and third should have fluid property. Geometry means what? Length we can say, width we can say, diameter we can say. Next one was second variable, what is flow property. Flow means velocity, obviously, that is v. Next, third one is fluid property. Fluid property means generally we can consider here as density. So here main terms we are considering as length, velocity, rho. Okay, velocity we have considered, rho is nothing but here density. These repeating variables themselves should not form a dimensional term and should have themselves fundamental dimensions equal to m, that is 3. Okay, Means for suppose if you see LV row, see for LV row, okay, L okay, V is L into T power minus 1 and rho is ML minus 3. Means here what is happening, these three are having some repeating variables, that's why I am considering that one. If you see remaining viscosity, if you see our remaining part viscosity, what is happening here, sorry, if you see our remaining part, what is happening here, like viscosity mu, what is the mu formula, ml minus 1 t1 and k1 ml minus 1 t minus 1. If you compare it to the length, length is having L, that is repeating in all. Next one what we are considering, velocity, velocity is having length and time, in always it is repeating. Next one density, m into L minus 3, in all properties it is having repeating variable. Okay, now these repeating variables themselves should not form a dimensionless term and should have fundamental dimensions equal to ml3. Now dimensions of LV row are length L, L into T minus 1, M into L minus 3, and hence three fundamental dimensions exist LV row and they themselves do not form dimensional group. Means it should not form group by others because remaining all are having M, L, T. Okay. Now each pi term is written as according to equation, that is pi 1 is equal to L into A power 1, V into B power 1, rho into C power 1 into R. Okay. Next one, pi 2 is equal to L into A power 2, V into B power 2, rho into C2 into mu. Here first of all I am taking as main part as resisting force, next viscosity, next bulk modulus. Okay, like this we have to write. Pi 3 is equal to L into A power 3, V into B power 3, B3, rho into C power C3 into K. K is nothing but here bulk modulus. Write this one as equation number 4. Now each pi term is solved by principal dimensions of dimension homogeneity. For pi term we have pi 1 is equal to, pi is dimensionless, pi is dimensionless, that is m power 0 into L to the power of 0 into T to the power of 0, that is equal to L into A power minus 1, L into A1, L into T minus power B1, remaining M into L minus 2. Now you may have doubt how we are considering repeating variables. If you see here R, if you consider R, we are having mass, length and T power minus 1, mu mass, length, T power minus 1, K mass, length, T power minus 1. But if you see length, velocity and rho, some values are missing. Like this we have to separate our values. Okay. Now again same as per Rayleigh's method, power of m, 0 is equal to C1 plus 1, that is C1 is equal to minus 1. Again see here power of m, here m how much, how value is there, 0. Okay, good, is equal to, here any m is there, not m is not there, m is not there, m is there, here C1 plus 1, that is C1 is equal to minus 1. Power of L, that is 0 is equal to A1, good. Next B1, okay, minus 3 C1, minus 3 into C1, minus 3 over C1 plus 1, here only one value is there. Next, okay, next power of T is equal to 0 is equal to minus B1 minus 2. Now if you see here C1 is equal to minus 1, okay, B1 is equal to how much value will come, okay, minus 2 it will come. B1 is equal to how much value will come, minus 2. Now if I am keeping this minus 2 in here, okay, now let us solve this equation, power of L. A1 is equal to, if minus B1 3 C1, this 3 terms is going to left hand side, then what will become, minus B1 plus 3 C1 minus 1. Here how much value we got, B1 value minus 2, minus of minus plus, that is plus 2. Now C1 value how much here is a plus, is a plus into minus, minus, that is minus 3. Now here minus 1 is constant, that is minus 1. So 2 minus 3 minus 1, how much will come, 2 minus 3, that is minus 2. By solving this equation I will get 2 minus 4 minus 2. So here A1 value is there, B1 value is there, C1 value is there. Now substituting the values of A1, B1, C1 in equation number 4. What is our equation number 4? See here. This is our equation number 4. Phi 1 is equal to A1, B1, C1. So A1 value how much? Minus 2. B1 value minus 2. C1 value minus 1 into R. Now again by solving this equation, I am getting phi 1 is equal to R divided by rho L square into V square. Make it as equation number 5. Now similarly do for phi 2. Similarly for the phi 2 terms, we will get phi 2 is equal to M into M0, L0, T0 is equal to, again write the equation, but here the value will be changed because here we are not having R, here we are having the viscosity, that value will be changed here. So M into L minus 1 into T minus 1, again power of M, power of L, power of T. Find out the values of C2, A2 and B2. Here if you see A1 value, sorry, A2 value I am getting minus 1, C2 value, B2 value I am getting minus 1, C2 value I am getting minus 1. All terms are same. Now again substituting the values of A2, B2, C2 in equation number 4. Now by substituting this equation I am getting phi 2 is equal to mu divided by LV rho. Now one more equation, that is K. Now third phi 3 term. Again write the equation phi 3, that is equal to M naught, L naught, T naught. Procedure is same. Find out the values of C3, A3 and B3. Now if you see here, I am getting A3 value as 0. So now substituting the values of A3, B3, C3 in equation number 4. Now I am getting here, by solving this equation I am getting the value of phi 3, that is K divided by rho into V square. Now substituting pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 in equation 3. What is our equation 3? See here. F1 of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. This is my equation 3. In this equation I have to substitute my values. Okay, that is F1 of pi 1 value is R divided by rho into L square into V square. Pi 2 value is mu divided by rho LV, and pi 3 value is K divided by rho V square, that is equal to 0. Now what he said, what is our x1? Means all forces should be in resisting force, remaining all are dependent, that is rho R divided by rho LV square is equal to 5 into this value, x2 value, x3 value. Now here R is equal to, means here what I am doing, I am making this is in the right hand side, sorry left hand side, and remaining part in right hand side. Okay, that is R divided by rho L, because why we are taking this one, if you see x1 is equal to, okay, something value into x2, x3 and so on xn. We are having only two values, that's why I am taking as x2 and x3. So by solving this equation, R is equal to rho L square V square into 5. Why we are getting here 5? Because there it is a K. Instead of K I am writing here 5. That is mu into rho LV into rho V square. This is my final equation. I think only where it will be difficult for us is number of variable, how many is there? Number of fundamental dimensions are same. How we are separating our values, that is the important point here. So friends, this is about today's session. Hope you have understood. If you are having any doubts, you can contact me. Thank you.